Now, other political news, you have DeSantis campaign 2.0. Now, this is coming as he recently fired 1/3 of his campaign staff, which I would argue is not enough based on the sheer magnitude and volume of ineptitudes that have come from the campaign, including lying on campaigns, which, historically speaking, they would always laminate against Democrats for doing that in political campaigns and political messaging. Ron DeSantis was, what's a nice way to say moronic? Well, moronic. His team, specifically, they actually had a campaign where they blasted out some pictures of Trump and Fauci hugging, and they said this is the real Donald Trump. In fact, that was not the case. That was actually the deep fake. So they used AI to generate those pictures and did not disclose that to anyone who's watching or looking at that picture, and they never apologized for it. They just said, oh, yeah, Trump does this too. When Trump had an AI, I believe it's a picture of either Trump himself or Ron DeSantis riding a rhinoceros. Something preposterously illogical that no one would believe is possibly real. Whereas you have this other one where the pictures look real, and they're claiming, oh, no, well, that's normal. They did it too. Comparing apples to oranges. And oranges, I say, is actually just a moderately good pun, in reference to Trump. But I was about to say I was a poet, I didn't even know it. I rhymed, but the joke was nevertheless unintentional. But I'll take it. So it'll be interesting to see. So Ron DeSantis is increasing the change of strategy as well as firing people. He's actually decreasing the number of speeches that he's doing and doing more dinner events, which I don't know how much is that going to move the needle. You certainly need dinner events where it is a cliche in politics where you're paying $1,500 or $2,000 for a crappy hamburger or a steak to meet a presidential nominee. It's a big part of campaigning because they do need extra funds, but how does that increase the total number of votes or actual people who want to support you? I would argue, if anything, he needs to do more grassroots campaigning, do more speeches in front of the actual people that he's hoping to try to represent, as he's just lost pretty much any momentum at this point. And you have Vivek Ramaswamy, in my opinion, someone I respect his constitutionality in terms of a lot of the policies he's suggesting. Vivek is much more articulate if you sit down with him, not on my first-hand experience, but Vivek is going around doing all these interviews, going in front of people, perfectly articulating his ideals, and more importantly, how he's even going to get there. Because everyone will say, oh yeah, I want to, get rid of, decrease the size of the federal government. He actually says specific instances in the Constitution that would be mechanisms for him to achieve that specific goal. And he goes on with that perfectly articulate stance or methodology on many of the things he's professional to do. Ron DeSantis, everyone continues to say, just diet Trump. What does he stand for? Decreasing the government size. Okay, that's every Republican's campaign note. That's not too unique. Again, if he was more articulate with his ideals, maybe he would speak more about protecting the students, supporting parental rights. Take the things that are his greatest strengths and highlight them every minute of the day. But at this point, as he launches his 2.0 campaign, we're not really seeing that from him. So if you look at the odds of him becoming president, it's just going down precipitously. There are a couple of online sites that actually track the odds, or what they perceive as the odds, and you can actually gamble on that, because of course you can gamble on anything these days. But as a good old-fashioned magic 8-ball might say for Ron DeSantis, that outlook is not so good. So we'll see what his team's able to do from here. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so you can click that button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers. Heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.